What's up guys, Davidonthereg here, and you just watched a small demo of the new Magknight 787 sound pack. It sounds absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to walk you guys through a few of the cool, nice new features that it comes with. So let's get started. Alright, so first and foremost, we are in the Magknight. If we do zoom into the stat page here, you can actually see that the APU is running right now. It's just coming up, the RPM's rising, and at 97 point, I don't know what, 8 now. The light should be on, so there we go. We're gonna enable that. And there we go. You can actually hear the APU come up in the back there, so that's actually really nice. Everything else is loaded. We don't need the crossfeed. Not really sure why I turned that on. I also turned on the lights, not because we're gonna need them. I just really wanted to show what they actually sounded like. So that's pretty cool. Something else that's really nice is the flaps. So that sounds absolutely amazing. And something else that's cool is you can actually hear the flaps come down. So there it is. We can actually hop to the passenger seat, see how that looks. So here we are in the passenger seat. Let's crank the flaps down to maybe like 25 or something. You can actually hear it come down. Here we go. That should be somewhere around 20-25-ish. Let's hop back into the cockpit, and I'll show you a few more things. Right, so back into the cockpit, you can actually hear a few cockpit sounds go on in the background. Now that the APU is running, we can also turn on the packs. And once I actually click the pack button, you can actually hear the sound, the vents actually open up, and you can hear the air conditioning come in. So that's actually really nice. There you are. You can actually hear the air come in. Turn all the packs on. It is a little bit loud, so for the tutorial, I'm going to turn it off. I don't like it too loud in the cockpit, so that's off. Something else that's cool is that if you actually ease or if you just crank there you go. So if you basically crank the throttle up, you can actually hear the warning sound or the warning horn, I guess, that comes off telling you that takeoff config isn't right and you really shouldn't be cranking up your throttle at a gate. So there it is. Hey, let's throw that down. Something else that sounds really nice is are the speed brakes. So it actually locks into place now, which is really nice. And I don't think the speed brakes, like there's no actual sound to the brakes coming up, but I guess we'll have to see if there actually is in flight. And I've always actually wanted to hear are the auto brakes. And now if you click them, you can actually hear it clicks right into place. It's a really satisfying sound. For throw it into off, RTO, 1, 2, 3, and max, which is really nice. And if we zoom in to the multifunctional displays here, you can actually see that, at least for this beta release, the ECAS is thrown to the right, and the systems page is on the left side. You can actually use the ECAS button and swap them back and forth, but I'm just going to keep the system button on the left side for now because they've actually thrown in something really nice. So if you actually click the comms button down below, I know that the settings for this it's down below where it says lower MFD. Not really sure why it's down there. I've spoken to the devs, and I think they're gonna throw it up to the main multifunctional display control unit here, which, you know, will make things so much easier and more obvious, so you actually know where buttons are supposed to be. But for now, I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it being at the bottom. So if you click SYS for system, it'll throw you back here, and if you click comms, this is actually a new page. So for cabin PA, the airplane actually comes with 5 preset ones. So it'll come with before takeoff, before landing, after landing, seatbelts on, and seatbelts off. But you can also add in your own sounds. So what I've done is I've actually added in the Air Canada safety video, which I guess we can
Welcome aboard Air Canada.
Great, so I'm just gonna stop that. And if you don't want to play something, or if you played something by accident, all you have to do is actually click it and it'll stop the sound clip. So that's pretty nice. And all the sound clips are in .wav, so .wav files, which you can just pull from YouTube and get like a WAV downloader, convert it however it is that you do. And then all you have to do is throw it into the sound packs folder. And then there's a small TXT file that you have to add your sound pack to actually make it come up on the PA announcement list here. So it's pretty self-explanatory. You'll probably get it if you go into the folder and look around. So let's hop back over to the systems page. Pretty much every button that works now makes a sound. So the engine button, hear it, the recall button. The recall button's actually really nice. I've always wanted a recall button because sometimes I just get so many alarms and warnings that I really don't want to look at. So that just hides it, and then I can come back to it later. Something else that's cool is the auto throttle arm button. You can hear that now. These dials, I'm not really a huge fan of the sounds, but it's there now. I think this is my favorite, just the ticks. I don't know, I just really like that. That's cool. I think this is the same sound as the speed dial, and then I'm guessing this is the same as well. Yeah, there we go. And then just flips back and forth. Standard button for your barrow. This button doesn't make a sound. Not sure why. Maybe it just doesn't in real life, or maybe it's just you can't hear it. But these buttons, they're great. So that's pretty much everything in the cockpit. Let's actually start up the engines and see how those sound. Great, so starting our engines, we're just gonna hop over to the overhead panel, throw engine 1 and engine 2 on to start. You can actually hear them roaring up in the back. Fuel for engine 1, engine 2 is coming on, and the auto start sequence has started. So let's hop back there and check out these engines. Alright, so back into the cockpit, the engines are just rising up, the N1's rising there, and you can actually hear the start switches flipping back into normal, so that's pretty nice, and the engines are just coming up there, so that's pretty cool. We actually have a really nice start sequence. Sound, I think something else just came on there. Was that I guess that was the generator. I guess at this time, there's so many sounds going on. I'll also turn on the packs. You can hear that going on. Just for my sake, I'm going to turn down the interior sound. And something cool is that this sound pack, which is the Magknight sound pack, it actually works with the sound mod. So if you have this cool sound mixer mod, you can actually use it with the airplane, which is really nice, and I don't think it worked before, so it's something new. And I guess we'll just do a few, we'll taxi up to the runway, maybe do a takeoff, and if I can fit it in, maybe I'll do a landing to show you what that sounds like as well. But at this time, I'm just going to get ready to taxi this baby out. So let's turn off our parking brake. That was a really satisfying sound, wow. And bring up the engines and taxi out to a runway. Great, so just before entering the runway, we're going to turn on the landing lights and turn on the runway turn off lights, turn off our taxi light. Let's get on the runway. I don't actually have this flight set up for an actual flight. There's nothing in the FMC. I haven't set anything up for V-speeds or anything. We're just going to take off and listen to these amazing sounds. I also really want to hear what the gear sounds like. So when you pull up the gear, I think there was a small like sound thing for that before, but for sure I do think that they've actually updated that. And something else that I really want to hear is the gear up. When you crank the gear lever up, I want to hear what that actually sounds like. I think it's going to be amazing. So you guys are gonna tune in with me, and I guess we'll listen to that together. Something else that I actually really want to check out is the gear up sound. So when the gear lever is pulled up, I actually want to hear what it sounds like. I'm hoping for something good, fingers crossed, but let's check it out. Great, so we are now on the runway, ready for takeoff. Let's make sure that the parking brake isn't on, and let's roll the engines up to somewhere around 40%. And let's get the airplane rolling, and I guess we're gonna do toga. The airplane sounds amazing. Not the airplane sounds, the engine sounds. Oh my god. And I'm pretty sure they also took this from maybe real world 787 sounds. I'm not really sure if they did or not. So yeah, but they do sound absolutely amazing. You can actually hear the airplane rattle back and forth, which is really nice as well.
80 knots.
And cross-check, didn't even know that was implemented. We'll do a rotation around maybe 160, 150 maybe. And rising. And let's rotate. There we go. Smooth rotation, nice. And gears coming up. Ooh, that sounds really nice. I like that. Really digging that. Not too sure if we can hear the gear from the outside, but oh yeah, let's do 200. Not sure why I just jumped up. So pay attention. Let's do 220. The auto throttle is on. Gonna push your airplane up. The flight directors can come on. I guess we'll also do a right turn, and there we are. Let's go back and crank up those flaps, clean the airplane up, and do what that's. In the air, I actually want to show you what the speed brake sounds actually sound like. So if we just click, I just have it out as a hotkey, but let's activate our speed brakes and hear what that, and we'll see what that sounds like. Absolutely fantastic, and I'm pretty sure that also comes on whenever you pull up the reverse thrusters, because the speed brakes also automatically get pulled back or activated when you pull the reverse thrusters in this game, which is absolutely amazing. And I think that sounds new as well. It used to be something really obnoxious. I forgot what it was, but absolutely amazing sounds. I'm going to take our speed brakes off, but our engines don't get too stressed out. But guys, that should be it for our sound demonstration here with the 787 Magknight. If you guys want me to do any other type of videos, comment them down below. I also have something planned for, I think, Skunkcraft's Updater. Might showcase that off. And then a few other things, but that should be it for this video. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching. Also, if you really like what I've been doing with this channel recently, also go drop a sub, and also smash that like button to show your appreciation, and I'll see you guys next time.